Chapter 5, Mishnah 3. The previous Mishnah taught that if witnesses give contradictory answers to questions asked by the court, their testimony is invalid. This Mishnah teaches that in some cases, however, even if witnesses gave different answers, their testimony stands because we may assume that they meant the same thing. If one witness says that the crime occurred on the 2nd of the month, and the other one says that it occurred on the 3rd of the month, their testimony stands because we assume that this is what happened. A day had been added to the previous month, i.e., it was a 30-day month and not a 29-day month. The first witness knew about the addition of the 30th day to the previous month, but the second witness did not know about the addition of a 30th day to the previous month. Rather, he thought that it was only 29 days long. Therefore, when the second witness said the 3rd of the month, he was referring to the day that was actually the 2nd of the month, which is what the first witness said. Thus, they are in agreement. Since such a mistake is common, we may reasonably assume that this is what the second witness meant. We can thus solve the contradiction in this way and allow their testimony to stand. In the following instance, though, a difference in the date does disqualify the testimony. If one witness says that the crime occurred on the 3rd of the month and the other one says that it occurred on the 5th of the month, their testimony is void. A difference of 2 days cannot easily be explained. We must therefore accept that they refer to different days, which is a contradiction that makes their testimony invalid. The Mishnah discusses what happens when witnesses disagree about the hour of the day. If one witness says that the crime occurred in the 2nd hour of the day, and the other one says that it occurred in the 3rd hour, their testimony stands because we assume that both saw the crime at the same time and one of them made an honest mistake in reckoning the hour. However, if one says that it occurred in the 3rd hour and the other one says that it occurred in the 5th hour, their testimony is void because a person is unlikely to make such a great error. The next Tana disagrees with the last ruling, but Rabbi Yehuda says the testimony stands because people often confuse even the 3rd and 5th hours. In the next case, everyone agrees that the testimony is void. If one witness says that the crime occurred in the 5th hour of the day and the other one says that it occurred in the 7th hour, their testimony is void even according to Rabbi Yehuda, because in the 5th hour the sun is in the east, and in the 7th hour the sun is in the west. Since it is easy to tell the difference between these 2 hours, people do not confuse one with the other. Thus, they must be referring to different hours, which is a contradiction that makes their testimony invalid.